this is weird. I got my wife filming, but this is going to be the future site of our new home in Sprague Woodturning. So we're down in New Brunswick right now, just for a quick trip. We want to talk to the builder and get the trim picked out, siding, what else?
Shingles.
There's lots of other stuff, but anyway,
Windows, doors.
Windows and doors, that was a big one, yeah. So we're close to a busy roadway. One of the nice things about this property is there's a lake at the back, and we'll take a walk down there once I show you where we're going to be set up here. Yeah, I mean, this is good gravelly ground. We shouldn't really have any water issues. The land does kind of slope, if you pan to the left. The land does kind of slope all the way down to the back of the property. The lake, of course, is down in this direction. So we shouldn't really have any water issues. That's the hope. And behind us here, this isn't a real mature forest, but we do own a large portion of this. And down towards the lake, there's a lot more mature trees. So we'll maybe show some of those. But yeah, I know that you guys are really kind of interested in what's going on, and so we thought we'd shoot a short little video and keep you informed. So we've staked out where the workshop is going to be and where the house is going to be. This is basically the middle of my shop. I don't know if you see the stakes at all.
Not really.
No way.
Hold on.
Anyway, there's going to be. You're so far away that.
Well, we can't see the stakes, so.
There's going to be a carport on one end here, 12-foot carport, and that's where I'll park the tractor. And hopefully on the back end of it, if you can see the stakes there, I want to tuck that sea container, that 20-foot sea container in the back of it. We'll have to see how that goes. The grade may not allow us to do that. And there, of course, is the other side of the shop there. And then on the other side of that is where our house is going to be. So, you know, other than there's only really two negative things about this. The road noise is one, and the fact that there's no shade trees around the house. I like to have shade trees around the house. I know that some people don't like trees around their house for obvious reasons, but I like to have shade trees, and that's the only real knock on this site. But you know, hey, it's cleared, and we don't have to do that, so that's a bonus. But you know, we'll be home. We'll be home with family, and I'll have a larger workshop. I'll be able to make bigger and better things. So, you know, this is a real positive. We just gotta sell our house at home. Once we sell our house in Petawawa, then you know we'll be well on our way.
This road noise is loud right now, though. But once the leaves get on the trees and
yeah, so the wind from it's actually a decent wind right now. I don't know. Hopefully you guys are gonna be able to hear me okay. But the wind is blowing right from the major roadway, and none of the leaves are on the trees. None of the leaves have emerged from the trees down here yet, so that will also help to block the highway noise. But you know, it is what it is. We got to deal with it. So what we're going to do now is walk down to the lake, because I think that that's probably one of the big reasons for moving here as well. So we're just going to walk down to the lake, and we'll show you that. And if we see some big trees along the way, maybe I'll stop and point them out. And you know, I will be harvesting some of the trees off of this property, and we'll see them processed here on the channel. There's a lot of yellow birch, a lot of maple, and a lot of red oak. There's my father-in-law informs me that there are some smaller cherry trees here, but you know, they're probably too small for me to do with anything in my lifetime. But hopefully, whoever gets this property, they'll be able to do something with it. There should be a few cedars down towards the lake.
You mean when you're dead?
When I'm dead, yeah.
When you're dead.
When I'm gone.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's walk down to the lake and check that out. So this is going to be kind of right in behind the workshop, and this is where I'm going to probably have my processing area. One of the big things you want when you have a processing area is it needs to be in the shade. That way, you know, anytime you leave logs in the sun, especially if there's no bark on them, well, they're gonna crack badly. So I don't know exactly where I'm gonna put it in here, but I'll hollow out a spot, and that's where I'll store my logs and stuff that I don't want to crack, and I'll be able to process easy because it's basically the workshop is right there. So it'll be easy to do, and hopefully that way things won't get cracked up too bad while it's waiting for me to process it. On to the lake. So that, I don't know what it's like in other parts of the world, but when you put in a septic system here in Canada, they have to come in and dig test holes. So that's what that is. They're just basically testing the soil to make sure that it's suitable for, well, they'll tell you what kind of a system you can put in. So here, like I said earlier, it's very gravelly ground, so we could really get away with probably any system. So that's why there's a big hole there right now. So this parcel of land was basically split in half. So my father-in-law basically owns the other side of this. So there's, again, there's nice gravel pit over there. So if we need any gravel, we've got it here on site, and they won't have to truck it in. So that will also be a bonus as far as saving money is concerned. So yeah, if you're not familiar with what a birch tree is, those are these white trees. I know that they probably don't grow, you know, in other parts of the world, but that's what a birch tree looks like. And if you see these trees right here, these are tamaracks. Something that I don't have a lot of access to in Ontario right now. Anyway, those are tamarack trees. Larch wood is another name for it. So I was hoping that there would be some larger ones on this property, but I don't think there is. Another example of it would be over here. Spin around. I don't know if you can see that kind of spindly looking tree. Probably can't see it on the
Can you zoom on this thing?
No. So a lot of maples down here, a lot of birch, some cedars, but I don't know. There's a lot of things to think about here. So anyway, this is part of the original farm that was here, and they used to grow a lot of potatoes here, and then it got turned into a gravel pit afterwards. So there's kind of different terraces here, and we're thinking that we might bring a bulldozer in and just kind of level it all, slope it all the way off here to the lake, and you know, aesthetically looking out back. I don't know, I'm a little torn because a lot of the trees are now established, and you know, like they're probably, some of these trees are 10, 12 years old, maybe even older than that. And if we do that, we're going to lose that. So I'm kind of a little torn as to, do I want a big, long, sloping backyard? And I mean, yeah, we can let nature reclaim it after that instead of having all these little terraces. But it's something that my wife and I need to think about before we proceed. But I mean, it's not really that bad. So I don't know. It's something we got to figure out yet. So in this particular area, there's lots of fairly large poplar trees. Poplar's not really a good wood turning wood, but it certainly can be used for other things. They make high-end trim with poplar, so there's that that's going to be painted. And yeah, there's some cedar trees there. Again, I mean, cedar is quite common in I think a lot of parts of the world, but it's great to have them here on the property. There are deer, believe it or not, even though we're close to a major roadway. There's a lot of deer in this area, and New Brunswick is really known for its moose. There's a large moose population here, and most of the major highways here are actually, there's so much moose here that they had to put up fencing in order to keep the moose off the highways. So at some point, I'm sure we'll probably see one here on the property, but I haven't seen one in a while though.
Hopefully not right now.
Hopefully not right now, no. Now it wouldn't be so bad, but in the fall it would be terrifying, especially if it's a bull moose. By the way, in the fall, I would sooner run into a bear than a bull moose, because a bull moose in the fall when the rut is on is truly a dangerous animal. So this is about the high water mark. Maybe in the future what we might do is put a little gazebo down in this area. I don't know, just a little hangout spot, and make sure it's all screened in so you don't get eaten alive, because it depends on what time of the year when you're down here. You might need a blood transfusion by the time you leave here. So there's a lot of mosquitoes. But this is our lake, and I know that right now it looks very impressive, but right here in New Brunswick, when things flood in the spring, it's really bad. So the high water mark, I don't know how much what, 15 feet, 16 feet, not uncommon for the St. John River to come up that high. So this is connected to that, and so it's considered tidal waters. But the thing is, in the middle of the summer or late summer, this will be emptied right out, and it looks more swampy than lake. So right now it looks great, and but it certainly won't in the fall. So I don't know. We'll have to. That's a future project down the road, but we got to get first our house sold and the new place built, and then get settled in and do that. But you know, if you look around, there's lots of red oak trees, lots of birch,
There's cranberries down
maples.
here.
There's cranberries down here as well. So I've never personally picked cranberries, but I've actually made a rake too.
I can show you a cranberry bush if you want to walk down the other way.
Is there? Okay, well we can do that. And but I've never really actually physically seen the cranberry bush before, but certainly my wife has. And so yeah, I don't know. If we do put something down here, we'll make sure to back it up way from the shoreline here so that it doesn't get swept away in the in the spring. Which seriously, if you look up New Brunswick and the floods around the St. John River, it's pretty impressive how much water is in the St. John River. All right, let's take a walk over and look at those cranberry bushes.
Okay.
By the way, like we've been here, this is our 4th day here, and this is the first time that we've really heard the traffic as bad as it is today. Uh, like I said, the fact that there's no leaves on the trees and the way the wind is blowing, it's actually a pretty decent breeze. That's why it's so loud. So it's not going to be like that all the time. Most of my filming is going to be indoors, so that really shouldn't be a factor. But if I'm outside, well, we may have to listen to some of this, but you know, just got to deal with it. So that's one of the more impressive trees on this property, and that's a red oak. And as my father-in-law likes to call it, the mighty oak is what he's always referred to, the oaks. But I haven't measured that, but I bet that's easily 2.5 feet, maybe 3 feet on the butt end of it. So it's been here a long time. Now I don't really care for red oaks. They don't really, I don't know. I just don't like the way they look when it comes to making bowls and that kind of thing. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, that is a very impressive large tree that's, you know, I don't see the value in cutting that. And red oak's not really a thing that people are looking for now anyway. So, but nonetheless, I mean, that's an impressive tree. It's a little hard to tell, but over there, I think that's a really large maple by the looks of it. And yeah, it's not shaped like an oak, that's for sure. So it must be a maple. Little tracks. So that's probably a coyote, I'm assuming. That's a pretty decent sized track there. But anyway, there's lots of wildlife here on the property too. So anyway, there's about 18 acres here it's gonna be ours. Yeah, where's that cranberry bush?
Just up here on the right. Just gotta find it. Actually, right here. And there's cranberries left from last year.
Oh yeah, okay.
On it.
I didn't know that they were so low growing. Actually, I thought that they were a taller bush than that. But yeah, here they are here. No,
don't eat them.
Might be a little hard to see, but anyway, that just shows you that there's cranberries here on the property. And out in front of the house, there's actually a very large blueberry field. So we're very fortunate that way. There is a bee company in the area here that puts out hives, and that we're on this property, but since we're building here, we just don't want the hives around the house. We're worried about kids getting stung, and because we're gonna have all kinds of family. So they've been moved, but they're close enough that they will still be able to pollinate the blueberries. So that's awesome too. I think maybe that's it for now.
Yep.
Anyway, that's just a quick update. I know that it's I don't know if it's good or not. We just thought that it was important to kind of show you guys what we've been talking about, or what I've been talking about, I guess. And hopefully you guys enjoy this, and please leave a comment and a like down below, and we'll see you at the next one. Take care. So my wife and I just shut the camera off here, and we were walking back, and I think that's a small bear in the area here. Anyway, we'll have there'll be no shortage of black bears around here. There's a lot of them here. Anyway, that's it for the video. See you next time.